I'm muted. Of course I am. Happy Thursday, everybody. I almost said happy Wednesday, but I had to move the stream to today, so I'm a little off. I decorated a little bit for Halloween. These actually light up, but they blink, so I'm not going to be turning them on. I'm kind of bummed about that because the blinking, can you imagine all of them blinking? Absolutely not. No. Before I get into anything today, let me run my disclaimer and I'll be right back. Okay, we have a lot to talk about. So before we get into today's video of a LimeLife top leader being terminated and her tantrum that we're about to see in the next hour to hour and a half, we're going to have to pour a cold one. And by cold one, I mean, you already know. So let's do that. I'll talk about the lipstick that I'm wearing. And every time I wear the black lipstick, I'm like, I need to wear this more. I need to wear it more often because every time I do, I enjoy it. Those are linked in the video description as well, or in the little shopping cart or something. Anyways, let's get to it. I feel like those bubbles were a little crispier than they normally are. Get ready for the pour. Beautiful. Okay. Oh, there's more. No bubbles. It sounded crispier on my end, but that's okay. I hope you guys have your favorite beverage. A very casual librarian. Welcome. First live. That's exciting. Welcome, welcome. Bunny tantrums are so cute. They really are, Kay Marie. What's going on? How's everybody doing? The lipstick that I'm wearing, and thank you guys for the compliments. I'm changing my hair color next week. So be ready for next week's stream. So this is the lipstick that I'm wearing. It's NYX Lip Lingerie XXL. The color is Naughty Noir. And then I'm also using their lip liner. And I don't know what color it is, but it's black. I mean, it's black. I don't know the name of the color. Those are linked. Click on the shopping cart if you would like to support the channel. Appreciate y'all so much. And thanks for being here. Okay, let's set this up. Today, we are going to be reacting to somebody named Kendra. What is it with Kendras? Kendra Adams. And she was recently terminated from LimeLife. She did a live talking about it. And it's not just her venting. No, that would be too easy, right? That wouldn't make much sense if you weren't using that termination story to grift into the next MLM. And that's exactly what she is doing. It's full of contradictions, obviously manipulations, because that's what they do, and a little bit of pseudoscience. So it should be a good time. I hope y'all are ready. Her video is 50 some minutes. So I guess let's get into it, shall we? Let me pick the right layout. There we go. And everybody, this is Kendra. And by the way, DC reacted to this, I believe, last week. So make sure you watch DC's stream as well. Shout out to DC for the thumbnail design. And yeah, go support her channel. All right, let's get into it.
Hello, friends. Got you guys on Facebook here. Got you guys on Instagram here because I'm just going to get it all out in one live, hopefully. But I'm really excited to be back doing makeup with you guys today. Hello. You guys hop on and say hello when you guys hop on. Hello, Amber. Hi, Kiki. I don't see anybody on Facebook yet. Hello, wave. Oh. Let me wave to you guys over on Instagram. Dang, you guys are funneling in. Hello. Okay, so for you guys who don't know who I am, if you're new here, my name is Kendra Adams. Let me tell you why I decided to go live today, just to set the tone, okay? So I decided to go live today because number one, if you guys have been following me for a while, you know that I'm a pro makeup artist. I built my brand on skincare and makeup, literally. Like all of you guys who know me here, more than likely you've followed me because skincare and makeup. Became a pro makeup artist, enjoyed it very much, but it just, honestly, as much as I love to touch faces, as much as I love to do all that, the money just wasn't happening for me. So I was just kind of like, man, do I really want to like keep going on my weekends to do makeup on even though weddings were bomb.com and, you know, wait, this is dirty. Yeah, let's do it this side. Oh, this headband is dirty, y'all. Y'all can tell I ain't done nothing in a long time. Anyway, my point is that I just had to change a heart of exactly what it meant to me and what I was doing. Okay, so anyway, was doing it online for a long time. Hi, G. Hi, Crystal. Doing a makeup for a long time. Stepped over to high ticket 2 years ago, and it's changed my life.
Did y'all catch that? High ticket is usually the term that people that sell Enagic water filters use. Do y'all remember Enagic?
Not to mention the water.
The water,
you guys. It's water. Everyone drinks water. It's a no-brainer.
That was Alexis Brady. After she left Prove It, she went to Enagic, and they typically say things like high ticket sales, high ticket, things of that nature. So when I first was watching this with members, which by the way, if you are not a member, you should become one. We're going to do an after party right after this. We were watching this and seeing if it was something I wanted to react to. And that was the first clue that she was using this to pitch into the new company, even though she's probably going to say at some point in this live, I'm not doing this to cross recruit. I'm not doing this for X, Y, and Z reasons. I'm doing this because I'm just sharing my heart. I'm just telling my story. You're telling your story in order to manipulate emotionally your audience, to recruit them into the new company. That's what she's doing.
My life. I literally have made over $350,000 in less than 2 years. And when I tell you it's completely changed my life, it's completely changed my life. But what happened in that process is I kind of lost myself, you know, like as far as my identity, because I built my identity on makeup and skincare, and then I shifted over into high ticket, and it really didn't involve, you know, makeup and skincare. I didn't have to do makeup and skincare anymore, but then I missed it. I was like, oh my gosh, I love it. Like, what's going on? So
what's going on? You knew what was going on. What is... Okay, listen, let me stop.
A lot of new feelings have been coming up for me.
Okay.
In the last 24 hours, because you guys know that I got terminated from LimeLife by Alcone. We're going to talk about that. Everybody's been asking me why. And I've gotten probably over 250 messages about it. And so I figured I would just come on here and just kind of like talk my heart. This is not a bashing show. I'm not going to bash LimeLife. I will state facts. I will state truth. If you guys have any questions at all, you can definitely ask me here. I will 100% be transparent with you. Try to put a lot of my emotions aside. However, I will offer my perspective.
She is saying all of this to try and build trust with her audience. She's saying this because she knows that there's going to be LimeLife people that are watching, and she wants them to continue to watch so she can sprinkle the recruiting seeds and bash LimeLife, but not bash LimeLife. Oh my God, she got terminated. She's trying to cause this emotional reaction from people. And the reason that she's saying these things, in my opinion, are to build trust with her audience. Yikes.
Hello, Brittany. Hello, Nicholas. Hey, Crystal girl. Who I got on Instagram right now? A lot of you guys probably over here, I don't know you by your name, because like Green Bay Goddess, like I don't know if I know you by your following, but shoot your name in the comments. Shoot your name in the comments. Okay, so anyway, my plan when I stepped over to high ticket wasn't to like stop sharing makeup and skincare, because obviously I love that, right? This is what I'm good at. I love it. But
love that.
What happened when I stepped over to high ticket, there's things in network marketing, a lot of network marketing, low ticket network marketing companies that have what's called a no compete policy, or some kind of policy that prevents you from doing multiple things. You guys know what I'm talking about, okay?
And a lot of those companies, and I don't know if she mentions this, but a lot of those companies will have some sort of a rank restriction. For example, they might let some of the starter ranks they might be allowed to be in multiple companies, but as you hit some of the top ranks in the company, you're not allowed to do that. So some of those companies in the contract that none of the distributors read when they're signing on that dotted line will not allow you to be in multiple companies as you move up the ranks, if you even move up the ranks. So this part is probably going to apply to the top 1%. And I'm sure she knew it. I'm sure she was well aware of that policy.
All right. So with that being said, I
Yep.
got myself and a couple of my business partners, we got a lot of kickback. Like people went live about us, talked about us. We were the topic of discussion in group chats, you know, all the things. And
why does that happen? I'm going to be pausing this a lot because I have a whole lot to say. I have notes and I'm already not even going off of the notes. So this tactic happens a lot in multi-level marketing, where there's somebody that leaves and then it's damage control from the people that are in the company. Because even though people don't want to admit, let's say the LimeLife reps were probably watching this video of hers. LimeLife and the uplines don't want that. So they're going to villainize this person. I'm not defending her. I'm just telling more of how this happens. So the LimeLife uplines are going to be like, oh my God, she's a villain. She was doing this. She knew the policy. She broke the policy. She was doing all of these terrible things and blah, 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 blah. You know, block them, stay away from them. And that's because those uplines are only worried about their checks. If their team or a portion of their team is cross-recruited into the new company that she's pitching, that some of you have already guessed, yeah, the bats, that's going to impact their paycheck. So at the end of the day, this is not about people. This is about people's paychecks. She's upset. She was terminated. She's going to tell us, I'm sure, how much money she made, how much makeup she sold for LimeLife. And there's going to be LimeLife people watching. They're going to go report to so-and-so, who's going to encourage so-and-so and their downlines to block them. And she's coming back and saying, they lied about us. They did this, they did that. And I'm here to tell the truth. And all of it has to do with cross-recruiting. That's how this works.
I'm going to try to keep this as short as possible because I want to be able to focus on the makeup. I want to get ready at the same time and I can't multitask. But at the beginning, we got a lot of hate, okay? Just keep it real.
Is it hate or is it accountability? Or should we remind her that facts are not attacks? I don't know.
I got suspended multiple times. Now, I built this company for 5 years, okay? What I mean by built is I believe I sold, I don't have the numbers because I'm blocked. Obviously, I can't get my green room anymore because I'm terminated. But I personally sold probably $600,000 in makeup and skincare alone in the first 3 years, okay? My team did millions. I walked the stage as #1. I still have a good clientele because I built my brand off makeup and skincare, and I'm a makeup artist, so people trust what I use on my face. And that
I'm going to stop you right there, because using that trust as a makeup artist and recruiting people into a multi-level marketing company where we know typically the products are overpriced, it's not always a solid product, and then we have the unethical business practices of that multi-level marketing company, is a breach of trust. These people are coming to you saying, hey, how did you do this look? Or what can I use for this? Or what can I use for that? And you're using your professional credentials as a makeup artist and you're pitching them into a product-based pyramid scheme. When I say product-based pyramid scheme, I mean, in my opinion, I believe MLMs are product-based pyramid schemes. That is a breach of trust. So that's gross.
meant something to me. And so when I was getting suspended left and right for, in my opinion, yes, I was, okay, first of all, I want to take full 100% accountability.
Okay.
Don't get me wrong. I want to take full 100% accountability for my actions because I knew the policy.
That's all DC.
I knew the policy. I knew that they had a non-compete. I knew that I wasn't supposed to be doing another company, or if I wasn't supposed to post it publicly. But you guys, I knew that my business in high ticket making higher commissions was exactly my route. That was where I was going to plant my flag, right? That like, I knew that like this was gonna be for my forever home, my business, that I was gonna not only change my life financially, but actually change other people's lives financially. And I wanted
But actually change other people's lives financially, as if you weren't doing that in LimeLife? Because to me, that sounds like you knew that you weren't helping people financially in LimeLife. And how do we know that? Because we know the statistics behind multi-level marketing. I would love to show you a LimeLife income disclosure statement, but they don't have the typical income disclosure statement. It's literally just a paragraph. There's no like information, because you guys know how much I love looking at income disclosure statements and breaking it down. Nope, couldn't find one.
hit on that for a second, because when I do business, it's not just because I want to make a lot of money. It's because I want to help other people make a lot of money. And that's why I got in network marketing.
I mean, but that's not going to happen in network marketing. That's not going to happen in multi-level marketing or social selling or whatever you guys come up with as the term for multi-level marketing that you try to disguise using other words or phrases. That is not going to happen.
Marketing in general, because I love the profession, and I've built massive teams, and I've helped a lot of people not only make money, but also make just enough money to buy diapers, to pay their car payment, to, you know, pay gas in their car, maybe pay for their kids' cheerleading. Okay. This is why I started network marketing. You guys, hi Brenda. Yes, I'm trying to keep up over here too. But that is why I started network marketing. And that is why I'm so passionate and I love it so much. Okay. So I want to stay on track here because you guys know I like to squirrel. But when you get to the top of the company, you are privy to things that you necessarily don't agree with, okay? And there's only so much you can do. And so before I decided to pivot over into something different, I will tell you right now, I'm not gonna tell you guys any details, but I will tell you right now that I did my hardest, like damnedest, with letters, with corporate conferences, with CEO calls. Hey, Kelsey, I mean, I did everything, okay? And so I will tell you that I didn't go down without a fight. Like I literally tried my hardest, but then there's only so much you can do, like when you're not getting heard, you know what I mean? Not only financially, but building confidence and believing in myself. Yeah, so Maria, Chiquita Maria is over here. She's been my friend for like, you guys, forever, like 20 years.
I'm sorry. Actually, I'm not. And I mean this disrespectfully with my entire chest. If you think for 1 second that you are helping another woman build confidence by recruiting them into an unethical business model that harms people and their relationships and their finances, you are a twisted individual. If you are somebody that wants to work on confidence, steer clear of multi-level marketing companies, because they will weaponize your insecurities. They will weaponize anything they can to get you to continue that auto ship and continue buying the product and continue paying for the event so that they will look good on social media and their checks stay the same. Ugh.
Right? It's been a long time. I don't even remember, but our kids are 16 and yeah, we've been friends for over 20 years. And she literally just said, not only financially have you helped, but building confidence and believing in myself, because that's what network marketing does. Network marketing is not just to make an income, but to support other people, but it's also a place to tap in when you didn't believe in yourself. When you have no belief in yourself, there's no corporate job out there, not even the military, that you can plug into that they will give you so much mindset and personal growth development.
I'm sorry. As a veteran, and I understand she is a veteran as well, are you trying to say there's no personal development type courses in the military? Are you kidding me? I don't know what branch she was in. I just remember reading that she's a veteran. You've got to be kidding me. That's not true. What do you mean?
That literally is so priceless, you guys. You tell me one job on here in the corporate world or even in the military that builds confidence in women. Tell me.
Didn't she just change what she was saying? I feel like she just tweaked that a little bit to sound different. If you think that MLMs are helping build women's confidence, see my notes from just a couple minutes ago, because that's wild.
Tell me. Bring it on. Let's go. Because there's not one. There's not one. And so anyone who talks crap about network marketing, you guys, this is not the place for you, okay? Because that is what's done for me. I have never built so much self-confidence in myself has what I have in the network marketing space. I've never had so much growth in myself since the network marketing space, okay? Y'all don't mind my...
Can I also add to this? The reason that I joined the military at 19 is because I was heading down a path that was not going to be good. And I was like, let me get out of here. Let me grow up a little bit. Let's get some stuff done. Let's learn some new things. And that's exactly what the military taught me. Discipline, taught me some new things, definitely taught me to interact with all different types of people, amongst many other things. I would say that that is definitely personal development. And boot camp, yeah. Okay.
Dirty headband. I obviously didn't look at that before I came in here. Your girl used to have clean stuff back in the day when she went live every day. Y'all remember that? Okay, so back where I was, okay? Listening to you and knowing about you guys, would you say the company is playing favorites? I do. I absolutely think that. That's a good question, Leanne. Thank you for saying that.
Yeah, because these companies can do whatever they want. And if these companies can do whatever they want, are they really building women's confidence? No, because they can do whatever they want.
I see the special needs child explorer promoting other companies. Leah, I shouldn't laugh at that, but listen. Okay, I'll get to that, Leah. That's a really good question. I'm glad you brought that up. I'm definitely going to talk about that, okay? Because this isn't about me. I'm not salty. I'm not upset. I'm not anything.
No, you're just trying to cross-recruit into a magic.
And so the reason why I felt so compelled to come on here and go live today is because I realized, like...
Shout out to all the veterans that are on here. I see y'all.
I don't just do makeup and skincare for money. I didn't do high ticket just for money. I did it to make a difference. And a really big, huge part about my brand and what I came to this social media platform to do is I came to help women. I've always said this since day one, you guys. I've always said this since day one, is that I want to show the everyday mom. Like, you guys, I'm 48, 2 grandkids. I've lived multiple lives. And I hear it all the time. Like, I wish I had this like you. You can. And I've always...
Okay. Let's just address the obvious. This is not me shaming her. This is not me shaming any kind of cosmetic work. Do what you want. It is your body. Do what makes you happy. But if you're going to get on here and you're going to say, I'm 48, I have 2 grandkids, as if you are the muse for aging well, when you've clearly had something done on your lips. I don't know about anything else. I just feel like that's deceptive. And maybe she's addressed it in other videos or something like that, and that's cool. Again, this is not me. If you want lip filler or whatever, do your thing. Not judging that. However, I am judging what she is saying and how she's going about doing it, because she's saying, oh, I'm 48. Look I'm aging so well, but she's had work done and she doesn't mention that. And I feel like that's unethical and I feel like that's deceptive.
I told people, women specifically, like, it is never too late. It's never too late. And I've said this when I was doing makeup and skincare only. I was like, it's never too late to wake up in the morning and get dressed and look cute. It's never too late. You're never too old to get up in the morning and like put a little bit of makeup on. And if you're not a makeup girly, that's okay. Like, get some bomb AF skincare.
I mean, for some people, I think that's great. And I think there's other people that want to wake up in the morning and just feel like themselves, be comfortable in their own skin. And I think that that's important. Just to exist as who they are, authentically and without apology.
Right? And I've always said people, like, it's never too late. Like, you need to like pour into yourself, right? So, the reason why, and I said this on my stories yesterday, the big reason why that I feel that I just kind of stopped my lives is because I was getting so much kickback from LimeLife. You know, they were watching me like a hawk. I was getting suspended every single week. And I love the product. You guys know this. I love the product so much. I love the foundation so much. I mean, I just have it right here. I love it so much. I've done hundreds of faces.
Also, I'd like to elaborate on what DC is saying here. If you sell makeup, tell the truth and don't be deceptive. And also don't use filters. And if you're using Instagram and you're using filters that aren't Instagram filters, like the Snow app, and you think that people are not going to be able to identify that you are using a filter while you're bragging about how incredible your skin looks and the makeup and this and that, you are delusional, not DC, obviously, a person that does that. And I know several of them. You can catch the glitches. You can see how blurry and grainy parts are because they're using an editing app. So if you're going to talk skincare, if you're going to talk makeup, don't use filters. Show your actual skin. So I wanted to add to DC's point there.
I just couldn't see myself using anything else. And I had a pretty big clientele, you know, from all the faces I've done throughout the years, through being my brand online. I just, you know, I touch a lot of faces. Thank you, Dawn. And so I guess I just couldn't see, like, I wasn't just going to jump ship, you know. I love the product, but I wasn't building a team anymore. And this is my honest truth, you guys. That should be okay. In my opinion, and listen, I take full accountability and responsibility for them terminating me, because the policy basically states that you have non-compete, like you can't do another company, even though it's not a non-compete. Like, I'm selling water ionizers. You guys.
Okay, but it's another MLM. Also, when she's like, I'm selling water ionizers,
Not to
guys.
mention the water. The water, you guys. It's water. Everyone drinks water. It's a no-brainer.
Thanks, Alexis Brady. I was going to say something else. I'm not going to.
Guys, my high ticket business is medical grade water ionizers.
No, that's not a thing. Medical grade water. Come on. From an MLM company? No, it would come from it wouldn't come from MLM companies. I'll just say it that way. Can't wait. She's probably going to talk about, why am I drawing a blank? It'll come to me. I cannot think of the term. We'll get there. I'm sure she's going to mention it, and I'll be like, that's what I was referring to.
That's going to hydrate you 6 times faster, that you drink 1 glass. It's like literally eating 64 apples in one.
What? What? 1 glass of Enagic water is the same as eating 64 apples, except it's absolutely not. Why? Water is H2O, 2 hydrogen molecules and an oxygen molecule. But then when you compare, if we were to compare the chemical compound of each of those items, they would look completely different. It's not the same thing, in other words. Also, when we're looking at apples, they have fiber, they have different components. Are you kidding me? Because that's weird. 64 apples is the same as drinking a glass of water. That's like this guy that I saw on TikTok this morning talking about, if you are, and I'm not a fan of vaping or smoking, do your own thing though. He was trying to tell people on his live that I'm definitely going to be covering, that vaping breaks a fast. Yeah.
Imagine your family having that. Hello, someone. Everyone has water, but everyone doesn't have clean water. Everyone doesn't have water that's going to reverse aging. Think about it, okay? Like, think about
Kitty
it after
chat.
you open it up. What does it do? It turns brown. That's the
Alkaline water. That's the term I was looking for.
inside your body right now, unless you are putting it in an alkaline state. Okay? Just saying. So I share that, and I make a crap ton of money. All right? Hello, somebody.
Hello, somebody? What do you mean? That's such a... why are you saying that? That's so out of place, I feel like. Hello, somebody. What? Okay.
So I wasn't even competing with makeup and skincare. I just wanted to continue to do it because that was a part of my lifestyle, and I love getting dolled up. I like to show up every single day on social media, and I like to help women feel like baddies.
They always try to downplay their part in all of this. So you're telling us, what's her name? Kendra. You're telling us that you knew that you weren't allowed to be in a competing multi-level marketing company as a top distributor in LimeLife. You did it anyways. And their compliance department probably had been watching you because they caught wind of messages, probably private messages. Hey, you should do this. Add this to your skincare. I can already see how she would intertwine the two. So it sounds like compliance had been watching for quite some time. They suspended her. She took it or fought it or whatever. And then they finally terminated her because she probably was cross-recruiting. MLM companies don't like that. This is so fascinating to me.
I want them to be like, let's freaking go. And I feel like a part of entrepreneurship, a part of being your own CEO, I feel like,
I mean, if you really were your own CEO, you wouldn't get terminated from a company. In an MLM, you're not your own boss. I feel like a broken record. You're not your own boss. And you being terminated is proof that that is the case. The 1099 that this person was getting, because I believe she lives in the United States, is proof that you are not an entrepreneur. You are not a business owner. You are a contracted worker for LimeLife. You agree to their terms, you broke their terms, and you were terminated. You're probably getting a 1099 from a Magic as well. You are not your own boss. That is just how they spin it to make it sound like, oh, you can make your own schedule. Well, that schedule involves working all of the time. It's not time freedom, it's location freedom.
sometimes a part, and this is not everybody, a part of me is I like to get up, make my bed, do my skincare, and I like to look cute. And everybody knows this, y'all. Y'all all know this about me. And this is a part of who I am. And why can I continue to do that? Like, why can I continue to do that? Because I make more money, I buy more makeup. I have my high ticket.
I highly doubt that. I highly doubt that she is making more money just to spend it on makeup. I don't believe that for a second. Now she's spending some money on it, sure. But she's trying to justify the money that she's making as, oh, I just spend it on makeup. Okay.
Team who makes lots of money, they buy more makeup. I have all my clients like, but all of a sudden, that's not how they're more worried about me taking their beauty guides.
Because you probably were. Somebody probably turned in screenshots of a message where you're like, add this to your skincare routine. It works great. It pairs perfectly with LimeLife skincare. I can see it. Can y'all see it? Oh, also, it's really interesting how she's blurring the lines between customers and distributors, because she's like, hey, these people are making money and then they're spending it on more makeup, to which she financially benefits. I find the interchangeable use of clients and distributors in her downline, I find that quite interesting.
I can tell you right now, in my last 2 years in this business, I have brought into my team 3 people in the last 2 years that were beauty guides.
Case in point, but do go on.
And only one of them was on my personal team. One of them was on my personal team.
Right. So 2 other beauty guides that you recruited into a Magic were not on your team, which is the definition of cross-recruiting. If I remember correctly from my MLM days, specifically Modere days, and when we were joining Prove It, you were allowed, based on the policies in Modere, which Modere is not a thing anymore, you were allowed to bring over your personal recruits. If I signed you up and I joined another company, it was okay for me to say, hey, I'm going over here, you should come with me or whatever. But if it was somebody that was in my second downline or third downline or another team, that is considered cross-recruiting. And again, that's me remembering from 2016. So she is admitting, and I don't have LimeLife's agreement in front of me, the consultant agreement or distributor agreement, but typically that's how that happens. You're allowed to bring over people that you have personally recruited into LimeLife if you're going to another company. But if it's somebody that's not your personal recruit in that company, if you recruit them, that's cross-recruiting. So she's admitting it.
I'm going to say it right now. A lot of low ticket entrepreneurs are not at the level right now to come in here and hold space for themselves to make $42,000 in 1 month. But my job is to help those high achieving women, or those women who are ready to put the work and do the inner work to make that happen for themselves.
That's a filtering statement. I don't know if that's what, like, the official term, that's what I'm calling it. What she is doing is, this is the same as saying, fill out my application, we'll set up an interview. That's what she's doing. She's trying to get people to self-identify as being highly successful people so that she can say, oh, okay, that's the type of person I want to work with. But we all know that when you're in a multi-level marketing company, you will recruit anybody with a credit card. Anybody. So that's her trying to filter through. It's a recruiting seed, and it's her trying to say, are you successful? You should DM me, without saying it.
I'm not out there poaching beauty guys. I was doing this with integrity.
The fact that she said that right after, do I want to call it a poaching statement? Perhaps. But the fact that she's like, I'm doing this ethically, you guys, while also saying some of you that are low ticket entrepreneurs, I think is what she said, you're not capable of holding space over here, but I am holding space for people that are high level. She's trying to get people to self-identify, and then followed it up with, I'm doing this with integrity. Girl, do you not hear yourself?
And I'm gonna leave that there. There's a lot more that maybe later we'll come out and talk about. I don't want to really talk more about that right now because that's not what I want this vibe to be about. But I wanted to provide a question, and Leah had asked a question about, do you think they're picking and choosing? They're absolutely picking and choosing. And I do feel targeted. And I'm gonna leave this at this, that I do feel targeted because I can name on fingers and toes right now beauty guys that are doing multiple products. They're doing multiple companies. But
okay, but are they cross recruiting into other companies? Have they been on compliance's target? I'm just asking questions. I just have questions because that feels like deflection. I know lots of people that are also doing this. Okay. Are they selling another product, or are they also cross recruiting, as you just admitted a few minutes ago? That's just deflection, I feel like, on her part.
they're not top leaders, and they're not,
Thank you.
they might not have the voice like myself and
Oh, you're so important. You have such a loud voice. You have such a large following. None of us are that important. Let's just be real. When it comes to like social media content, we're all just humans at the end of the day. Oh, some of these other people that are also doing it, they're just not as loud. You're so special, Kendra.
my mentor and my business partners do. And two of my business partners, or my mentor and two of my business partners, have been with this company for 8 years. I've been with it for 5, and they terminated us within 30 to 45 minutes of each other. Yeah, none of the beauty guys on our team left LimeLife. None of them. Exactly. And they've been in this company 8 years. Imagine a clientele you built over 8 years. Imagine building a company for 5 to 8 years, like insane, and then you get all your customers ripped out from underneath you.
Well, yeah, because you agreed, and not that I'm defending MLMs. I'm not a fan of MLMs. Y'all know that. But I'm just trying to point out that she is trying to make it seem like she's been victimized, but these are the terms that she agreed to when she joined LimeLife. Do distributors read the contracts? No, they typically don't. Please read the contracts, especially now with like AI and all this crazy stuff. Yeah, this is very interesting to me.
Because they're afraid. That's how I feel. That's just how I see it. That's my personal opinion.
Afraid of what?
And I want to be a part of a brand that supports, empowers women to make.
Didn't you say you joined LimeLife a few minutes ago because you wanted to help women build confidence? But now all of a sudden, because they terminated you, that's not what was happening at LimeLife. Isn't it funny how, and I remember doing this when I would leave companies, I'd be like, oh, that company, I thought it was great, but it's not, even though I'd spent however many years talking about how great it was. And then all of a sudden in the new company, I'm negating everything that I said and not calling attention to it. We see this play out over and over again. No, we're building confidence over here at LimeLife. Oh, wait, they terminated me. Yeah, I'm not aligned with that brand. They're not building confidence. This is what was actually happening. Well, why weren't you talking about what was actually happening while you were in it, experiencing it? If you're so loud and you're so important, Kendra, only when people get terminated do they speak out. And it's usually to pitch the new company.
A lot of freaking money, right? A lot of money. Like, why? Like, if someone on my team was like, hey, I found this amazing opportunity. I'm going to go make $10,000 a month consistently. I'm still going to be doing makeup on the background because I freaking love it. And I'm going to share people, but I'm just going to step away from the building the business for a little bit because that's just what's best for my family. What do I look like saying, no, you can't do both? Like, what do I look like saying that? If any leader in the network marketing industry, I'm going to tell you right now, I don't care if it's high ticket or low ticket, any woman tells you that, They are worried about themselves. They are not worried about you. And I can attest to every single person that's watching me right now that was on my LimeLife team. If you guys ever did something different, I've always asked questions. I've never made people feel insignificant. I never made them feel bad for wanting to do something different. But why, when I left, I get made to feel like I was doing something wrong?
Because you were
cross-recruiting? Exactly, right? So I just want to add some perspective.
Wow.
I actually had someone in my inbox earlier. I've had about 200 messages from other network marketers in the low ticket space offering makeup and skincare, which I asked for that, by the way. I asked for this, and I'm going to talk about this. I'm actually supposed to get my daughter from school in 15 minutes. I'm going to try to speed this up. But
you're supposed to get your daughter in 15 minutes, and you were on live for another 40 some minutes.
When I made that post and I asked people, I was like, hey, look, I need to look for a makeup and skincare company. I'm not looking to build a business. I'm just coming from a customer base because I just want to build a customer base. I don't want to build a brand. I am rooted in high ticket, and I'm not going to this is not a pitch to you guys, but
yeah, that's exactly what it is. This is the same kind of thing as when somebody says, I'm not making health claims, I'm not making financial claims, and then goes on to make health and financial claims. That's what she's doing here.
But if you want more information, DMs are open, okay? DMs are open. But
guys, the DMs are open though. DMs are open. Oh my God.
I've had people reach out to me, and I'm super excited to try new brands. And I thought about this for a hot minute because I was really not wanting to shift from this foundation because it's good, you guys. It's good. We cannot.
Okay. Random thought for just a moment. I'd like to speak to all the makeup artists in the room, if there are any, and I think there are. I find it interesting or even odd that in the world of makeup that you would be loyal to one brand, considering there are so many different types of products and so many companies and so many different options. I find it really odd that now, because she's been terminated, and I'm going to get there, just bear with me here. Because she's been terminated, now she's looking for other brands. I feel like a good makeup artist or an esthetician, somebody that is educates and takes care of people's skin and such, would want to be educated on all the products that are out there. But only in MLMs, I feel like, do we see this kind of, I'm in LimeLife, so I'm only going to use LimeLife because of the pressure to be a product of the product. But I feel like anybody good, or anybody good is going to educate themselves on all the products and tools and things of that nature that are out there for their career field. So the fact that she's now shopping for skincare and stuff is kind of like, but if you were a pro makeup artist and are allegedly a pro makeup artist, wouldn't you want to educate yourself on everything that's out there rather than just focusing on LimeLife? I don't know.
Ignore that. Anyone who's been with LimeLife knows that this foundation, it's so freaking good. I'm not going to lie. And by the way, I'm going to be sending my customers over to, her name's Marley Bulmer. She doesn't know it yet, but I already sent somebody over to her because literally my clients are already reaching out to me like, where am I going to get my foundation? And I'm like, I feel so bad, but I'm like, I'm going to send you somebody that's legit. That's one of my kindest, she's a kind heart, kind soul, and she's a new mom, and she's with LimeLife, and she can help you. Okay, so if you want her information, her name is Marley Bulmer.
Totally get that, Kat. Thank you. And Stacy, appreciate y'all.
You guys, somebody can tag her if you want. I know I make way too much now. Tag Marley. She's gonna take care of you with all my LimeLife orders. And so now, moving forward, I realize in this new becoming era that I'm in this era of burning the blazer and shedding this old skin, and I'm just rising this high ticket world, creating so much, what's the word of it? Magic and my own genius.
Magic. Of course she's gonna, anyways. Kat says, okay, so they do have a policy, and she's talking about a Nagic. They do have a policy on not being a part of another water company, but I don't see no other MLMs, but I'll keep looking. I think LimeLife probably has it.
And Burn the Blazer, the experiment is coming up next Wednesday. By the way, shameless plug, I literally have a link posted. You guys can register right there, opt in for Burn the Blazer. I'm going to do a shameless plug really quickly and we're going to get back to the conversation, okay? Because I think it's super important and I'm really...
What do you guys think she's plugging? Because I feel like it's going to be like some kind of coaching. I just know. I know that that's coming. I feel that that's coming. I have not watched to this part yet. I feel like this is a plug to some kind of coaching. That's my prediction. If you remember, you have prediction emotes. I feel like that's coming. Let's see. Let's see what happens.
Excited about it. So Burn the Blazer is, okay, think of it like this. I'm going to paint a picture for you guys, and then they're going to leave it at that. Think when you come into network marketing. Who in here is in network marketing? Shout yourself out. Don't put your company, don't put your links, but just like, yes, I'm in network marketing. And tell me if you're feeling what I'm putting out real quick, okay? Expansion, yes. So
let me guess. You're frustrated with the lack of training. You are frustrated. You're frustrated with spammy messages. You're frustrated with people ghosting you. You're frustrated with the high turnover and multi-level marketing. Oh, I'm going to teach you how to do it different. Is that what's coming? Oh my God.
I have about 50 blazers in my closet. I don't know about you guys, but
also, this is my prediction. I'm going to teach you how to show up on social media as your authentic self. Burn the blazer. Just say no to corporate and be yourself unapologetically.
A lot of freaking blazers, okay? Because a blazers made me feel like a baddie. They made me feel like a boss. I'm like, let's go. I mean, I would masculine it up, make it feminine. I would wear it with combat boots. Like you could do anything with a blazer, right? And so I love my blazers, okay? All right. But think of the blazer. When I say burn the blazer, I don't mean legitimately like go set it on fire. I'm never wearing it again, okay? This isn't about that. This is not about that. But just let me bring you in this vision with me. When you step into the network marketing space as an entrepreneur, what's the first thing that you have to do? You have to own it. You have to walk into the room like you feel like you have to do that. Okay? Right? You do.
That's the first thing you do when you become an entrepreneur. I would think the first thing that you would need to do as an entrepreneur is have a product or service, discuss pricing, marketing, branding, things of that nature to actually own and operate a business, plus all the legalities of that, consulting a lawyer in your area, making sure the business entity is set up the way that it needs to be. Those are just my thoughts, that if I were to say, you know what, I'm going to start my own business and actually become an entrepreneur, I don't think I would be concerned with what blazer am I going to wear. And when I walk into that room, I'm going to make sure that I own it. That seems a little weird to me. That seems like that should not be the priority. Let's figure out the product, the pricing, marketing, branding, website design. You know what I mean?
I mean, it's just natural. You want to be a part of the club, right? You want to know how everything works. You want to know immediately how to know all the products. You want to know all these things, right? So think of when you come into network marketing and someone hands you a blazer and they says, welcome to the club. Like you got to start playing the part, which means they give you copy paste scripts, they give you blueprints, they give you all these things, right? You post this, you post this, you post this, you go live, you unbox your kit, or you do whatever you got to do, and you do all the things on your 14-day or 90-day like onboarding guide, right? Okay, y'all feeling me? Now you do that, and then what happens? You shoot
then
off.
What?
You're like get in the boxes, you're like doing all the things, and you're feeling good and you're feeling confident. And then what happens after about 60 days or so, typically? Okay, it starts going like this. It starts plateauing. It's like...
And why is that? It actually probably starts doing this if you're making anything, because that's usually the end of the fast start period that I have talked about for years, literally for years. These companies typically have like an elevated bonus structure called a fast start, or they have different terms for it, but it's basically a period of time in your first 60 to 90 days where your bonuses, if you are selling to customers and recruiting, and that's pretty simple to do when you're coming from other companies, in my opinion, you're gonna rush right through all of the fast start stuff. But for most people, that's not the case. But if you are making anything, as soon as that fast start period is over, your income drops significantly. That's what she's talking about here.
And they're like, oh my gosh, then you start getting in performance
Exactly.
mode. Like, okay, now you start looking to everyone else like, oh gosh, I gotta go copy this person. I gotta go like this person. Why am I not getting sales? What's going on? And then it just plummets. And then what happens, this is typical, this is not everybody, but it's typical. Then traditionally what happens from that point is people either quit or they say, this is not for me, or they blame it on the mentor.
Or they should blame it on the company, the MLM company as well, because that's how these companies are designed to operate. They inflate the income that you make in your first few months, if you make any. And statistically, we know that that's not the case, that a lot of people don't make any money. They actually lose money. But for a small percentage of people, and I would love for any MLM company to actually put the percentage of people that have hit the different sections or qualifications, if you will, of those fast start bonuses in their income disclosure statement. I dare them, I don't care what company it is, I dare them to prove me wrong. Because if they actually showed the percentage of people that hit these ranks or these qualifications for these inflated bonuses, it would be, my prediction would be, it would be even smaller than that 1% that are successful in MLMs. It would be less than that. They use that as a dangling of a carrot of some type. Oh my God, you could make, we see it all the time. You could make, $1,500 in your first 60 days, but you have to do this. You have to have a certain amount of customers. You have to recruit a certain amount of team members. You have to hit a certain rank. You have to have this much in personal volume. You have to have this much in organizational volume. They never tell the fine print, but I would love for one MLM company to put the percentage of distributors that hit the different qualifications for their fast start programs in the income disclosure statement. I don't think it'll ever happen because it would be too honest.
Every single time. Can you guys feel what I'm putting out? Can I get an amen? Can I get some hand claps? Can I get some something in the comments that you guys know what I'm feeling, right? What
Desperation?
The problem is here, and what the bottleneck and what the disconnect is here, is that the person coming in the business isn't empowered to actually write their own map of what they want their business to look like, because they're showing up by someone else's map. They're not able to use their true voice because they feel like their voice isn't powerful enough like Sarah's, right? They're not confident in, doing things themselves, finding a blueprint or pushing through all the things because...
Oh, let me guess. Your Burn the Blazer is a blueprint? Stop.
They didn't get it in a framework. They didn't get it in a blueprint, right? So long story short, Burn the Blazer is about stepping into your business with having the belief and the trust in yourself when you don't see it yet. And doing things before you know all the details. Which is really hard to do. But in life, we're conditioned to do that. We're not conditioned to step into our hearts. We're always logic. We're always talking ourselves out of things, right? And so this is something that I'm personally on a journey with, and have been for the past couple months. And so my Burn the Blazer is going to evolve over time, but I invite you, this is going to be an experience. It's going to talk about breaking up with the timeline, falling in love with the vision. And it's for all network marketers, all women, females in business. You can opt in right there, okay? It's a complete free event for you. And we do these in the Foundry, which is my team name, every 2 weeks. So anyway, if you're interested.
What are you going to be teaching people? Oh, how to do network marketing different? It's almost like I kind of called that. Almost like I predicted that. Weird.
Interested, we would love to have you, okay? We'd love to have you in the room. You hate blazers, now trailblazers. Oh, I hate trailblazers. I love blazers. Back it up. I used to be called a trailblazer all the time with LimeLife. And I'm like, if I hear that word one more time, so now we're using the word pioneer because I cannot stand trailblazer because I was called that so much. That was the word to get me to show.
Oh God, that gives me the ick. I was called trailblazer too much and now I can't stand it. If you were actually a trailblazer, you wouldn't mind it. I'm just saying. You wouldn't mind holding that, what did she say? Holding that space for other women to build confidence and to pave the way for other women if you are actually a trailblazer.
Like, just go be happy, trailblazer. Like, we're so proud of you and we're so thankful for you. We hear you. We'll take your
I
letter
get
and
it.
probably throw it in the trash and do nothing with it because we don't hear our people. So anyway, so with that being said, let's back up a little bit. With that being said, here I am, and I am going to be trying new makeup. I'm not starting a business anywhere with low ticket. There's no way. I make a killing with high ticket, and that's my home. Okay.
Yep, and that's another cross recruiting or recruiting seed that she just dropped. Guys, I'm unrecruitable. You can't recruit me. I'm too happy. Enagic is my home now. And, you know, for all of you peasants that are selling low ticket items, that's what that felt like to me. I'm just not going to do it.
But I am so passionate about this, okay? And it gives me a space where I can come on here and talk and riff and feel like I am going first.
Did she say grift? Or did she say rift? Because I swear it sounded like she said grift there. And I was like, well.
In this season of almost being 50 and showing women that you can go first in makeup and skincare and your fitness and your way you dress and the way you talk and the way you speak and the way everything and in the way you do life and the way you do business, and you're never too old, it's never too late. Okay. And so if you're here for that, can I get some hearts, please? So I'm not.
I swear I heard grift. Also, are you going to go get your kid? Because yikes.
Looking for any of that, but I am looking to be who I am. I'm looking to get the best makeup that I know that you guys are going to trust me with on my skin. So I've got a Beauty Society box coming. I've got Bellamy box coming. I've got a Celeste box coming. I've got a Neora box coming. I've got a Pharmacy box coming. I don't think anybody from Aloveda or Olive Tree has hit me up, by the way. And listen, don't just show your links. I'm not going to go look at your links. Like, if you have something to send me, I'm here for it, but I'm not purchasing from any links. But I do want to send my clientele the best. Okay. I want to be able to use.
Wait. Hold on a minute. Flag on the play. At the beginning of this, she talked about shopping for beauty and skincare brands. Now she's pitching it like, I'm not going to buy any products. I'm not going to go to your link. If you have something that you want me to see, just send it to me. So, but she's pitching it like she's shopping for her clients. What is happening? That is so weird. Why is she not, if she's a pro makeup artist, I would imagine that perhaps she had relationships with some of, you know, the brands in the beauty space that are not multi-level marketing companies. Why not reach out and do some collaborations with them or get an affiliate link for specific skincare or makeup products that you love and do it that way? I don't understand why I'm only going to look at MLM products. These companies haven't reached out to me. By the way, I'm not looking at your link, but if you have a product, send it to me. This is so weird. This is so weird to me. Genevieve, member for 12 months. Thank you so much. Time flies. And cardio and coffee. So she's both a scammer and a scammy. I love that for her, sarcastically and disrespectfully. Member for 8 months. Thank you so much. I appreciate you. And if anybody else has any anniversaries or you would like to become a member, we're doing an after party after this. It's a little more unfiltered, smaller group, a lot of fun amongst many of the other things that I do for members. Early release, I was thinking like first look, but it's early release videos, members only live streams. Yesterday, I made sourdough tortillas in my kitchen with the members. That was pretty fun. It's the first time that I've done that. And yeah, we have a Discord and all kinds of stuff. So if you want to become a member, click join. I'll play Careless Whisper. It's a lot of fun. And we'll see you in the after party after this.
Use the best, and it doesn't mean I'm just going to use one product either. Okay. I'm going to try different things. It's going to be fun. So if you guys are here for the ride, I'm so excited that you're here. Now, if you have any other questions about LimeLife,
while she processes that. Your tank top friend member for 17 months. Meanwhile, her kid is waiting at school. Yeah. 44 months, Avery Joe is. That is so incredible. Don't join an MLM, but Erin's membership. But join Erin's membership. I highly agree with her. Thank you, Avery Joe. And if you need a website design or what else do you do? I know you do other types of design, but I don't want to misstate. Contact Avery Joe. She's amazing and very easy to work with. And if you need thumbnails or any kind of graphic design as well, DC is building up her portfolio as well. Julio, 70, old member, 46 months. That's amazing. That's amazing. Kay Marie, member for 27 months. Not the big sigh. Yeah. Yeah.
It was meant to happen. It was meant to happen, and it's really opened my eyes to so much, because I held back so much in my content and who I wanted to serve because I was afraid that LimeLife was going to suspend me. Okay. I was afraid that I was going to hurt feelings. I was afraid that I was going to make people mad. And I'm just so glad, like, we're past that. You know what I mean? I'm just so glad. Hi, Destiny. Who else on here? Oh, Dawn, you're silly. You're silly. Okay, what else was I going to say on here? I had a couple things I wanted to say, but I know I didn't get it all out. I kind of got squirrely there for a second. Hello. Hi, Rosie. We're going to be leaving here soon, so for the game tonight, okay? We do have a game tonight. Oh, yeah, you have cheer practice. Never mind. Go put your uniform on. I got to drop you up before they take Lily to the game. You missed my life. Oh, I miss you, Tanya. Okay, so...
Does she have a kid to pick up from school? We have a new member. You know what that means, you guys. Shoulder smolder time. I kept going because I was feeling it. Lady Mitersall, welcome back. I know you were a member before, and I'm glad that you're back. Thanks for joining, and we'll see you in the after party.
I will be back coming live. So we're going to incorporate just life. And
I know not everybody, thanks, DC. I know not everybody can afford a membership. I appreciate everybody that is here. It's just an extra thing that I offer, and I understand that that's not for everybody. Totally get it.
We are going to be talking about business, financial literacy, being rooted.
Wait, she's going to offer financial literacy? Is she qualified to do that?
What else?
And also, sometimes memberships are gifted too, so make sure that you have that turned off. I don't know how to do any of that, but I know that sometimes people gift memberships too, and if you have the settings on YouTube set up to where you can accept those, sometimes that happens too, which is awesome.
Oh my gosh, I lost my train of thought, you guys. I was on a riff, and now I'm just like, so we'll be live, but we're not. And if you see something, obviously hit me up. If I'm going to tell you if I offer or not, but I'm not here to sell makeup. I'm here to...
You're not here to sell makeup because you no longer are in LimeLife. This is not that hard to figure out.
Do what I love and take you guys on the journey with me. Literally. I'm like here to inspire you guys. I'm here to share with you guys the truth. I don't want this to be something that's preventing you guys from stepping into low ticket. What I do want to talk to you guys about.
You just basically treated them like they were peasants if they were selling low ticket. Yeah, you're welcome. You're welcome. Happy to help.
Though that I figure I might talk to you guys about now while I'm here. Kelsey, it's so weird because every 2 seconds your name pops up. It's so weird. I don't know why that is. Like it's kicking you out and moving you back in. It's so weird. Okay, so let's talk about really quick because I got sidetracked. You guys, I wish you guys had more questions for me because I feel like I'm scrolling. But one thing I want to talk to you guys about too is
before she gets to that, also St. Kilda Boulevard member. I had to look at that for a second. Member for 6 months. Gotta love a Friday morning with a wild truth rant incoming. Happy Friday morning to you. And thanks for being a member for 6 months. I appreciate you. Oh, Kay Marie. That's so nice. Welcome to all the new members. DC's windshield wipers. Iconic. I'm just saying. Thanks, Kay Marie. Let us know in the comments if you got a gifted membership. That's really exciting, and thank you for doing that.
Why I decided 2 years ago to step over into my new business when I was at the peak of my career, and also what advice I would give you, because someone sent me this message today. Hi, Kim. Thank you for being here. And I've been here the whole time. Okay, I know, it's so weird. What I want to talk to you guys about, because I did get a message earlier from a top leader, and I won't say her company, but she has been with this company for 15 years and she loves this stuff, right? But she's into she's an esthetician, but she's also into fitness and wellness and things like that. Like that's her jam. Like when she left me a voice message, like she was lit up, right?
Like she was lit up? Okay.
Well, good point, Dawn. They did change it. And then they changed it back, right, Kelsey? They said you could, they lifted the non-compete clause, but then they switched it back, I'm pretty sure. But I think what happened is that, and Lindsay knows all of this stuff because I really didn't dive too deep into it. I just knew the surface level stuff, but you couldn't recruit anywhere else. You'd sell two different things. Say for example, you can sell two wellness products, but you can't recruit for both. Does it make sense?
That's awesome, Al.
So I was not recruiting for LimeLife anymore at all, but I was recruiting for my current company. You know what I'm saying? So
yeah, we know what you're saying, but please go on.
I feel if I'm not doing both, what's the problem? And then they wanted to have complete control of my social media.
Wait. So you weren't recruiting into LimeLife, even though you agreed to the consultant or distributor agreement saying that you wouldn't more than likely cross recruit into another company if you joined another company. And you're justifying it because you weren't recruiting into LimeLife anymore, but I guarantee you were collecting that check off of that big team that you had. And you admitted to recruiting into Enagic, but no, I wasn't recruiting people from, LimeLife. Oh, wait, there were what did she say? 2 or 3 people that she recruited from LimeLife? Fascinating.
They didn't like for me to say certain things. So, and it's not just, now I will take full accountability for, there is a post that I did make. I ain't gonna lie. You guys don't laugh, but there was a post that I made.
Tell us.
Remember when I did the Ursula makeup many, many moons ago? It was 3 years ago, I did Ursula makeup. Oh, I did that makeup for 4 hours. Getting it, prepping it, putting it on. It took me about 4 hours, okay? And I made a reel of that. And I said something to the fact of I remember doing this makeup video. It took me 4 hours just to make $20 commission off a makeup remover. So yes, and I wouldn't have used one of my products because I was doing Ursula makeup, but it was to promote the makeup remover. Now,
okay.
I get it. That is in direct violation, but it wasn't meant to be.
So you're admitting that you don't follow the rules. Also, I feel like I want to put a lip gloss on, and I haven't worn this black lip gloss in a long time, so I apologize if this is, do I even have it in here? It's by Queen Cosmetics. Better have it in here. I don't think I do. Where would I have put that? I think it's called Black Widow. Why would I not have it in here? Where would it be? Never mind. I was going to put some black lip gloss on, but I don't know where it's at. I'll see if I can grab it before the after party.
Bad at LimeLife. It wasn't mean to be bad or anything like that. It was simply just because I was showing the difference in between working for a low ticket commission and a higher ticket commission. And I don't think either one is wrong. Like I said, I've said this many times. I don't think either one is wrong. I think that you got to choose your heart and you got to do what you love. You really have to do what you love. And I love sharing makeup, but what I love more is being able to help people with their health and make $3,000 to $7,000 in commission. Like that's truly what lights me up. But not even me making the money, but watching my team, everyday women, do the same. Because you literally spend the same amount of time. It's the same thing, same effort for you to share this as it is for me to share a product that I'm going to make like thousands of dollars on, right? It's the same effort. But a lot of people aren't willing to step into that world because they're too busy holding on to money. Like they hold on to money. They have that scarcity mindset. Like that money is not going to come back to them. And it will. It will. You have to be in bigger rooms to make more money. And you have to have bigger investments to make more money. It just is what it is, right? So,
it's giving Courtney. It's giving Courtney Shepherd. Just surround yourself, get yourself in bigger rooms. Come on.
Where was I going with this? I'm getting squirrely. Well, just can't discount pricing or discounts in our Facebook group, but we can in our VIP groups. Oh yeah, someone said what company? I think someone said what company. Yeah, they didn't like our success. Because
really?
Success. Yeah. So when it comes down to terminating myself and Kelsey and Karina, I don't see everybody being terminated for doing multiple things.
Were they recruiting into multiple things?
And that shouldn't be the case. I mean, it should be fair all the way around, right? It should be, but it's not.
I found it. I was like, why? That is my lip gloss bag for streaming. Why would it not be there? Okay, this is by Queen Cosmetics. You can go to queencosmetics.store. Use the code AaronBees to save some money. It is an affiliate link, by the way, but this has some sparkles in it. I don't know if it's really translating on camera. Let's hope I don't get it on my teeth. Can you all see the sparkles? Love it. Okay, it's not on my teeth right now. It probably will be in a few minutes.
Hold on, I can't do this while I'm doing my brows.
Yeah, it's called Black Widow.
But it was a blessing because, like I said, when they terminated me, they terminated Karina, they terminated Kelsey, okay, back to back to back. I got in the chat. I was like, guess what? And they're like, what? I'm like, I got terminated. And literally 30 minutes later, Karina's like, me too. And then like an hour later, Kelsey's like, me too. Okay, let me go back. I remember what I was talking about now. I'm so sorry, you guys. It's hard for me to multitask. I haven't done this in a while. I'm a little rusty, so bear with me. So this woman got my inbox from a different company, and she was like, wellness really lit her up, and she wanted my opinion. She's like, I've been really working on my own brand lately, and I know that my CEO, she said, I'm really good friends with him. Okay, friends need to look out for friends. But she was like, I'm friends with him, obviously, probably because she's been with the company for 15 years. And she's like, but I know they're watching me closely because I've already asked if I could share this company, and they said we could, but then now they're saying you can't do it on the same platform. And this is where you got me messed up because like, it's my platform. I wake up every day and I build this platform, right? Like you can't sit there. You're not going to sit there and tell me what I can and cannot do on my platform.
Okay. But a lot of MLM companies take Optavia, for example. We've seen this play out over the years. When you are promoting the product it's either the policies and procedures or the distributor agreement, it says that if you promoted the product on your social media platform and you decide to leave or you're terminated or whatever, that company technically owns that social media account. I don't agree with that. I think that that's a massive overstep or an overreach, but it's in the contract in a lot of these companies. So she can sit up here and say that, but it's in the contract, I bet.
Especially when I'm doing it in integrity, out of integrity, I'm just doing best for what I love. And what people come to my page for. People came to LimeLife because of me. People come to High Ticket because of me. They don't come because of the products. They come because of me, because they like, know, and trust me, because they know that I'm going to be the mentor they need in whatever season they are in at that very moment. And so when you come in and you try to tell people what they can and can't do on their social media, that's where I have to draw the line. And this woman says that they're trying to control her social media. And
a perfect example of that is when she just said that they changed, that there was a non-compete in place and then it went away and then they added it back. I don't know if that's true, but according to her, that's a perfect example of they can change the terms of the contract anytime they want. And I would see Prove It do it often. Anytime we would log in, there would be all of a sudden a change. You know, you're trying to log in and you get this notification. It says, oh, we've updated our terms of service or whatnot. And you have to go through it and you can't log in until you agree to it. They can change it at any time. Very entrepreneurial for the distributors, right? Come on.
Like, well, I really want your perspective on this, because I'm in this bind of I want to branch out and do my own brand, but I'm afraid, this is what she said, I'm afraid that that's what's going to happen to me and they're going to pull the plug on me and I'm going to get terminated. And I'm scared because I have 1,500 people on my team and I make a lot of money from there and I'm scared to let that go.
Notice she didn't say that that person made a lot of money from selling products to customers. No, she had a team of 1,500 and she makes a lot of money from that and doesn't want to let it go.
Do you guys see what I'm getting at right now?
Yeah, we sure do. Sure do.
Do you guys see what I'm getting at right now?
Yep.
Top leaders who've been in the industry for 15 years are messaging me saying they are scared that they are going to get let go if they do anything else. Now, she asked my opinion. And I told her my opinion, and I said, you need to not put yourself in a box. You need to be able to do what you want and build your brand. I said, because let me tell you right now, and listen, there's so many network marketing companies shutting down right now, like it's not even funny. And I'm not saying that yours will. I'm not saying that. What I'm saying is that you need to be aware that that could happen to you. For me, that wasn't an option for me, because when I walked decision number one, my paycheck drastically dropped like $4,000 the month that I literally had the highest sales. I'm like, what is happening? It's because the comp plan kept changing. And that's what they tend to do. Like these network marketing companies, when they start getting scarcity, they'll start adjusting the comp plan and adjusting their programs. So where the top leaders get their paycheck dropped. And that's typically what happens, or they'll get rid of them. So like,
yeah, cool. Now address the people that typically don't make any money while you're bragging about the top having their paychecks decreased. Let's talk about the people that are not making any money, that are buying the products so that you can have that big cushy check. Let's talk about that. No, you don't want to talk about that? Yeah, it must be too honest.
If they're making a shift, they're going to get rid of their top leaders, because if they're making a shift in the comp plan and it might pay us more money, they don't want to, so they're just going to terminate us. And yeah, I know, right? Like, you can put your trash can out front. Why not? I got to pay you $70 to tell me what to do. It's so true. I really got to go. I'm like 5 minutes. But anyway, I told her, you girlfriend, you need to build your brand. You need to build your brand. I'm branded with Saint, Celeste, and Ramon, and promise all three of a platform, and should be able to do whatever. Yeah, you should. Kim, are you a top leader there? I'm curious. Hello, Sharon. Hello. So I told her you need to build your own brand, but I want to go back to real quick about how she said she's scared. Now, what happens if that company sells themselves out or goes under in a year and everyone there is left without income or a job? What happens then?
What do you mean everyone there? Considering it's usually just the top that we're making any money, aside from like corporate employees that are, you know, hourly and salary wages. What do you mean everybody there is without a paycheck? The majority of distributors in these companies never get a paycheck. They actually pay to say that they're a part of the companies.
If she didn't build her brand and take care of her family, what happens then? What happens? I got terminated. What happened if I didn't build this business for 2 years to be able to support my family, I would be without nothing. Nothing. No corporate, no job should tell you what you can't do. Seriously, guys, think about it. Think about
every job is going to have policies that you have to follow as an agreement to being an employee at that job. What do you mean no job should tell you what to do? For example, here on YouTube, there's things that I have to do and stay away from doing to be able to use the platform. There's rules in everything that we do, and especially with employment. So you're trying to pitch it like you're an entrepreneur, but you got terminated, and now you're complaining about having rules while also being a part of another multi-level marketing company that has rules in place that you have to follow. Make that make sense.
I don't know, think about a Target telling me that I can't go and do an influencer job, or I can't share this makeup because I work at Target.
That's a false equivalence fallacy. Target is going to say you can do this or that while you're on the clock. They're not going to monitor your social media. I mean, maybe if they work with influencers and such, there's going to be parameters that they have to meet, but this is such a weird false equivalence fallacy here.
Or think about a regular job saying you can't go out and do Uber Eats on the side because you work for us. Imagine that, you know?
That's not a reality though. You're comparing apples and oranges yet again.
Imagine that. It's a personal brand is such a value because you can literally take your skills anywhere. So if you don't have a personal brand, I would definitely do that. And that includes sharing things you love. To have a personal brand, you share the things you love. Like, yes.
I think there's a lot more to personal branding than just sharing things that you love. I mean, that's not my area of expertise, but I know that there's people in the chat that can definitely speak on that. I feel like there's way more to personal branding than just sharing things that you love.
I get clean water in your house and I help you make delusional money. And I help you not only
delusional money. Oh, she's delusional. All right. Wow.
You know, the priceless part of that, what I do as a mentor is I invest in myself so much, but I don't invest in myself just for me. I invest in myself for you, the people that are around me, the people who want close proximity to me. That's what I'm doing it for. Not being at the top of the leader charts.
Have y'all liked the stream yet? Also, do you see, let me back up. Do you see hype the video, or is it just an edited video thing? If you can hype it, if you would, that's a new thing. I don't know too much about it, but YouTube likes when we use the new things. And if it's only on edited videos, I have an edited video coming your way tomorrow on Shackley. Members, I think you'll have it tonight at some point. So yeah, it's been a while since I've done a Shackley video, but I'm very excited about this one.
And walking stages and not getting poured into, because that's the worst.
No hype. Okay. Thanks,
you
guys.
Don't get any mentorship and leadership poured into you.
Appreciate you,
that
BC.
is the absolute worst. You know what I mean? So yeah, like I said, I mean, I take accountability for it. I didn't agree with
Rebecca.
the way that they were doing business. I feel like.
Oh, but you sure were collecting that check while you were a part of LimeLife. But again, earlier when I was talking about, she was fine with it while she was still a part of the company and getting that check from her downline and all of that stuff. But as soon as she's terminated, I just wasn't aligned with them anymore. I didn't agree with how they were doing business, but you sure as hell didn't say anything when you were a part of it.
It's very, very scarce mindset and fear tactics. And I do feel like we were targeted, but you know, I let it go. And what is this? I'm excited to try new makeup. I'm excited to try new things. I'm excited.
New MLM makeup, right? Yeah.
To build new connections with those who are, you know, ready to make a move. And if you're in network marketing,
I'm excited to build connections with those that are ready to make a move. Where are they moving from? Oh, from LimeLife to Enagic, AKA cross recruiting. Got it.
Ticket. I can't tell you how many people got my inbox and they want more money, but they're scared to do something else because their upline or their corporate staff is scaring them, saying if you do anything else. I mean, that's how like I was. Like, They scare you. I was making like $13,000, $14,000, $15,000 a month. Okay. Now they were basically.
How much of that was from selling products to customers and how much was from your team? I will forever ask that question because we know the answer to it.
Saying like, you can't go build anywhere else, or threatening me, suspending me, and things like that. And I have a massive team too, right? So you tend to like stay in your box because you're fearful of losing what you built. You have to lose it to build something else. And I was willing to do that. I was willing to take the risk to be like, I'm not going to be put in a box. You're not going to boss me around. You're not going to tell me what I can and can't do. I'm here to make more money for my family. My paycheck is dropping. I'm pouring blood, sweat, and tears in your company. I'm trying to communicate with you what's not working for the field. You're not listening. You're shutting me out. You're ignoring my emails, and you're calling me a trailblazer. Go somewhere. So when after all that exhausted, and I felt alone. I felt alone. When I did all that and I didn't get any feedback and I went somewhere else, then they get angry with me. And not all, like, you were ignoring me until I made a bold move. You know, if someone's walking your stage as number one in the company and they leave 4 months later, and you should reverse engineer what has happened the last 2 years before that and ask yourself, like, what could I have done better as a leader? Not come and attack us. You know what I mean? So I'm just saying network marketing companies need to do better, but I'm also
Was it her upline that reported her?
saying when you join a company, make sure that you're rooted in it, because people jump ship because of these things like this. The fear and the promises. You need to start a company that's been around longer than you, and you need to join a leader that's willing to invest so big in themselves.
Resume statement. Yeah. You should join a leader that actually cares about you and loves and respects you. Who's that leader? Oh, I'm that leader. That's what she's doing here. Cross recruiting.
That they see in you and are going to tell you what you need to hear, not what you want to hear. And they're not going to have you putting on blazers the day one and say, it's your business, go run a business. You're the boss now. You go do it. I did it. You go do it. And here, go do these 5 steps. Who will get your team now that you are gone? Do you know?
Rolled up, probably.
I had no say in that. They're probably going to distribute them and break them all up.
Because they can do what they want.
Or they'll go to Sarah Thomas was my new corporate leg. So they might just roll it to her, and whoever they want to build next and whoever they feel they want to put next on the pedestal, they'll give them to them. That's how it usually works. Yeah.
But she's not salty.
That's how it works. So yeah, I'm not here to like bash anybody. I'm just here to say, be careful and be mindful, and don't follow the hype, guys. Don't follow the hype. You should be part of a circle that's going to make you feel so uncomfortable and challenge you.
That is such a classic cross recruiting pitch here. She is, in my opinion, saying these things because the majority of people, I feel like, that are really trying to make a significant income in multi-level marketing and are not, are going to be unhappy. They may not admit it. It may be kind of a, when their head hits the pillow, the realness hits their brain or whatever, and they're like, this isn't working. This isn't working. Oh, I'm just tired. Tomorrow's a new day. And they follow their morning routine and they get back into the cult thinking and all of that stuff. She's being very specific and very deliberate in that statement because so many people in MLM are unhappy. And I don't mean like hurt people. I hate that phrase, by the way. I mean, in the sense of they're not making the money or ranking up the way that they want to. And so she's using that as an opportunity to say, well, it's different over here. It's not different over there. An MLM is an MLM. By the way, I feel like I have a sound effect for that. Hold on. This one.
Network marketing is network marketing.
Yeah. Thanks, Ben. That's Ben from Live Good, the CEO who recruited his 14-year-old son into Live Good. Yikes.
To where you want to grow and grow and grow. Hey, Heather.
You can grow not in an MLM.
I sent them a message, Sharon. We're all really good friends. I mean, when I started doing high ticket, a lot of them resigned. But that just goes to tell you too that they joined my team for me and not to work a business. Listen, you guys, I love when people join my team, but like doing what I'm doing now, I am looking to mentor high achieving women. Like if you want to make $10,000, $20,000, $30,000 a month, like I'm looking for 3 women right now to mentor to $20,000 before Christmas. I mean, you could even make $10,000 in 1 month. You could make $30,000 before Christmas, right?
Income claims, you can't do that.
But I want to mentor you to $20,000 before Christmas, okay? And people are saying to me things like, that's impossible. How is that possible? I wish, boom, boom. You guys, this is exactly what I'm talking about. You hustle so hard for a $5 commission that you don't even know what's possible for yourself. So you don't allow yourself space to even learn or even know what it is. And I'm going to give you an example, and she might even hop on here. But I sent about 7 people a masterclass this morning that went over everything that I do. And
7 people, huh?
It's about 33 minutes long. So if you guys want that, just go ahead and comment info. I'll get that to you immediately.
I would love to have that.
But she watched it immediately, and she was like, hey, thank you for the information, Kendra, but this is just not for me, right? And hey, Chase, can you tell him to text Lillian and say I'm gonna be a little bit late, like 10 minutes late? I'll go get her. It's only 10 minutes to school. And she's like,
I hate this. I hate that I would do this very same type of thing when I was in MLM because I thought what I was doing was so important. That is the reason that now when my family walks in, I'm pausing the live stream and talking to them because I remember brushing them to the side because you think when you're in an MLM that live is so important, that work that you're doing is so important that everything else is on the back burner, including family, including social life and all of that stuff. When my family comes in, that is the reason that I do that, is because I did it wrong for so many years, thinking I was making the right moves moving forward in the MLM. And it was so wrong for so many reasons. And that's what she's doing here. Oh, you have to go pick up your kid? Oh, let me finish this, but goes on for another 15 minutes while her kid is waiting at school to be picked up. I don't know how old the kid is. I just think that's atrocious. It's what happens in multi-level marketing. I've talked about this before. I'm going to talk about it again. When you join an MLM and you start moving up the ranks, your family and your regular life is what you work in the pockets of your day, and the MLM consumes everything. And that's what we're seeing here.
Thank you for the information, Kendra, but this just isn't for me. And I said, oh my gosh. I messaged her. I said, you already watched the video? That was so quick. She's like, yes, I did. I said, oh, okay. And I said, well, if you don't mind me asking, what part of the video did you feel that wasn't for you? And she said the product. And she said,
oh, this is where she's going to be like, oh, you only got to minute 7 of the video out of 33. You didn't watch the whole thing. And then she's going to shame, this is my prediction. And then she's going to shame that person. I mean, you couldn't even watch a 33-minute video. That's not who I want to work with. I guarantee you that's where we're going. And I've not watched this part, and I'm not using my notes or any of that. So this is just off the cuff.
The amount of the cost. Okay. But she told me she wanted to make like $8,000 a month. You see,
I hope that person was watching this, watching her live. I hope they were watching.
Wants and their willingness to do the scary things, they don't align. So if those things don't align.
Thank you.
Hey, Crystal, I think I already messaged you too, girlfriend. I wasn't able to message you, so send me a message, Crystal.
I already messaged you, but I wasn't able to message you, so message me. What?
If those two don't align, that's not going to happen for you, okay? You're not going to join a company for $0, expect to make $8,000.
Oh yeah, for Fallout, for sure, Kat.
It might take you 8 years, like me. But I think I joined my low ticket company for like $179, like $200, maybe more than that. So I asked her this. I said, so did I ask her? I asked her if she understood what the products were and what they did, because people assume it's a water filter, right? And it's not just a water filter. And then I asked her about the money. I said, so what about the investment is that's bothering you? And she hadn't got back to me yet. But most people, what they do is they'll say it's too much. And then I tell them, like, so by me helping you make $6,000 in the direct messages, I said, well, how would that help your family? She's like, oh, it would help a lot. So money.
Yeah. And how many people in that company are making $6,000?
Aside, would this be something that would benefit you and your family? Yeah. Okay, so let's talk about that. Let's not talk about the investment. Let's not talk about that.
Right. Because if you're talking about the investment, that's the logical part of your brain working, right? This is how much it costs to get started, thousands of dollars, hundreds of dollars, whatever it is. But she wants that emotional brain because it's easier to manipulate somebody that is thinking emotionally and how their family is suffering and how they need that $6,000 versus somebody that's like, hey, this is the price, and thinking with their logical brain. Do y'all see this too? Because this is so loud to me right now. Oh, let's not talk about how much it costs. Let's talk about what that would do for your family. This is the epitome of why people in MLM coach their downlines to say your why needs to make you cry. Because if somebody is emotional, you're able to emotionally manipulate them in this circumstance. And I think it's disgusting. Someone's monster member for 2 months. Thank you so much. Your background is downright batty and awesome. Thank you. Also, these light up. However, they blink. So I didn't want to turn them on because that would be like, imagine all of them blinking. I didn't know that when I bought them, but I do love them. And I love the shadow that the lights that I have make. So thank you. And thank you for being a member for 2 months. I appreciate you.
You're so worried about you not making it possible for yourself. You can't even envision for yourself to hold that amount of money, right? Yeah, we didn't get paid when people join.
You guys want to see okay, I'm going to turn this one on. But imagine all of them. I feel like that would be too much, too distracting. But anyways, I do love them.
Yeah, exactly. Okay, I'm going to share one last thing with you. It's so funny. So when I was talking to Kelsey before I started my business, right? Let me put some lipstick on. And she asked me what I was doing, and I told her, and she's like, hey, I just have a quick question. How long were you on the phone with that person to get them to join your team in LimeLife? And I was like, 45 minutes. She's like, did she join? I was like, well, she might. And she said, you were on the phone with that girl for 45 minutes and didn't get paid. Like, we don't do that now. Our time is our worth, right? And so people are thinking that no one's going to buy from them when actuality is that you need to become the magnetic person that can handle that space for those people. The question is are you willing to learn? Are you willing to step into her? That's it. Are you willing to do it? Hi, Charmin. Okay, let's finish this. So I used all kind of makeup today. I use mainly LimeLife. I use LimeLife foundation. This is L'Oreal. I use NYX. I use LimeLife, the setting spray. Who is obsessed with this? Elta MD. Obsessed. I get it at the estheticians. It's a 46 SPF tinted face moisturizer. I love it.
Love that.
This is bomb.com.
Use your SPF. Okay. I wear it every day. Porcelain complected.
LimeLife, not gonna lie. You can go get it from Marley.
Wear your sunscreen.
I use Monet's concealer today. Not a fan. I'm not gonna lie, but that's all.
But you still used it.
And then I use Monet's bronzer. I do like this, and it's gone. Hence why I need new makeup. I use contour is LimeLife. This is telescopic L'Oreal.
Love that. That's what I use. Between that and Voluminous by L'Oreal. Yes, love.
What else did I use? I use e.l.f. setting powder.
Love. I actually just got Juvia's Place. It's a pink setting powder. Love. Love.
You guys can see that, like, I'm not a tried or true girl anymore, but I'm looking to
Thank God.
find a brand that I can stand by, that won't harass me, that are good beauty products, good community. I'm not starting a team there, but I do want to build a customer base, and I do want to come on here live and share with you guys what I love.
I don't understand why I do, but I don't at the same time. I know that's very confusing. I don't understand why she's not, if her brand has been makeup, why is she not working with brands that will give her an affiliate link? If she, according to her, she just said, I'm not going to be recruiting over there. okay, right. I don't believe that for a second. But if she says that she's not going to be recruiting over there, just find the brands that you like and share affiliate links. It would be very easy to do with this type of live. I don't understand why she's not doing that. And I think it's because she is going to recruit at a new company. I do think she's shopping MLM companies specifically for makeup and skincare. And I think that is the deeper truth that she's not sharing with people. That's just my opinion, though.
And I'm excited to get this part back of me, you guys, because like I said, I stepped away from makeup because I was getting so much confrontation from LimeLife. I was getting suspended, and it really just puts a bad energy in your heart, like to come on here and use it. And yes, like it's just really hard to explain. But I was getting suspended every time I turned around, and I just didn't feel, it just kind of sucked the fire out of me. You know what I mean? It just sucked the fire out of me. And I had this bad energy tie to LimeLife because they were just not letting me live my life. And even though I was trying to do like help women and be in integrity, I'm not perfect. I'm not perfect. I literally took down so many posts that they wanted me to take down. And I just finally decided I wasn't going to do it anymore. You know what I mean? Like, I think in June, they sent me a message saying, take this post down. And I think the post, like I said, the post was me sharing my high ticket checks. And I was like sharing my checks or sharing the amount I made. And they said it went again.
You can't do that. The FTC says you can't do that.
It's income disclosure. And I'm like, okay, like I get that, but it's not LimeLife. Like it was my high ticket company, and they don't care. They don't care. And
they have a non-compete in the distributor agreement that you signed. I don't understand what she's not getting here, like at all.
Like I said, they were telling me to take things down that included like words like burnout and exhausted, and like saying how I was burnt out from like starting over every month. And
because you were talking about LimeLife. How does she not get this?
I didn't want to do that anymore. And that's okay. I didn't want to do that anymore. It wasn't fun to me anymore. And so they told me that that was disparaging against LimeLife, that I was saying that I was exhausted from burnout. And so that was even money from them. Yeah.
But that's what she was doing. Maybe she didn't intend to do that, but she's drawing a good versus bad type of scenario. The bad is LimeLife and burnout, and I was tired of starting over every single month and blah, blah, blah. And she's showing her checks from Enagic. How does she, I don't understand how she's not getting this.
That is, yeah, it wasn't money from them. And it wasn't even their company, and they were reporting me. And I'm just like, what is happening? You know, like how do we get here? How do we get here to where you're like basically targeting me when I just love the makeup still? Like, let me be. I mean,
they're not, I don't think they're targeting you. I think they're upholding you to the agreement that you signed.
If you want to,
and again, I'm not defending MLMs. I cannot stand multi-level marketing companies. But this is so odd to me.
Take my team, but I wasn't going to willingly give you my team. Because at the end of the day, I communicated with my team that this is what I'm doing. I've been 100% transparent. Like I said, a lot of them resigned when I pivoted over to high ticket.
Yeah, why did they resign? Because you were talking about how you weren't making enough money, or you weren't happy, or whatever that the case may have been at that time, to your team in LimeLife about LimeLife to try to recruit them into Enagic.
But they're all big girls. They're all women. I'm like, if you want to go somewhere else. If you want to stay here, stay here. The chat's open. I'm here if you still need me. I had a Zoom with the new corporate leg when my old mentor left. I always made sure that I was streamlining conversation. And
is that virtue signaling what she's doing here? Would you consider that virtue signaling?
And if my team wanted to be moved to someone else, I supported that. But everyone that still stayed was okay. I wasn't out of integrity at all. We're all women. We're all adults. We can all speak up for ourselves.
Well, for sure. But you also all signed an agreement, a distributor agreement with LimeLife saying that you wouldn't do these things.
Indirectly disparaging because I said that I was tired and burnt out. You're not going to get me to take that down. And so that's when I was like, listen, I'm not going to do it. And that was June. And then September 30th, the last day of the month at 3:30 p.m. Central Standard Time, I got the termination message. Said I was terminated.
So they didn't have to pay her? That is so dirty. These companies do that all the time. Perfect example of these companies can do whatever they want.
Definitely immediately. And that I couldn't use any of the contacts out of my green room and blah, 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 which I couldn't get to them anyway because they locked me out. And honestly, I don't really care about, if people want to be a part of something huge and make more money, then they come to me. I don't need to go to you, right? So I was like, I don't go to people. I don't poach on people. Like everybody I talk to is because you either commented or you got my inbox. I'm not going to message you like, hey, I really think you should take a look at this high ticket. No, I don't do that. I don't have to do that. So
you don't have to do that because you drop the recruiting seeds so that people message you. Come, just be so for real right now. Kendra, this is embarrassing.
Oh, Sue, I love you. I switched all my skincare to Olympus, L'Occitane, and I love it. Oh, nice. All right, guys, I've got to go. I am literally 15 minutes late picking up my daughter, but this is going to be many more videos to come. I'm going to, when I get the new makeup in, I'm going to be trying all of it. I'm going to do due diligence, but I'm excited to be able to just use my voice again. I'm excited to...
Why can't you use your voice? What stopped you from using your voice? I don't understand.
Actually use my voice without fearing that someone's going to report me, suspend me, talk about me. I'm really here for this, okay? And I am excited for this. And just coming on here, like somebody messaged me beforehand, said, I just miss you coming on there talking about your family. I miss you coming on there talking about your life. And so once this is all water under the bridge, you're going to get Kendra Adams back and we're just going to like talk. And I know, by the way, I know Facebook deletes his videos after 30 days. That's okay. Maybe I can save this and I can make it into munch content or whatever on Instagram, but I'm really excited for this. We have a lot of new things coming in my world. Don't forget to opt in for and register for Burn the Blazer next Wednesday. It's an experience. It literally is like a ride and it's going to be so good.
That's such a good selling point. That's sarcasm, by the way. It's literally like such a ride. Okay.
And I know that it's going to change so much perspective for you. Either you're starting a business or you're currently in network marketing or currently you're thinking of expanding, adding on, pivoting, whatever that looks like. This is going to be a really good perspective shift for you. And I really feel confident that by me sharing my story with you, that you're going to look at yourself and be like, oh gosh, I'm doing that. And it's not serving you and it's not healthy in your business. So I'm really excited to have you at Burn the Blazer, the experience next Wednesday. So make sure you register. And then again,
should I register? Next Wednesday, I do have a live stream scheduled at the usual time next week. Wait, I'm gonna say yes, that it'll be at the same time because the Aces are gonna win on Friday, and then we're gonna be champions. Our Aces will. I'm not gonna say we because I'm not part of the team. Our Aces will be champions. I'm calling that now.
If you want more information about being one of the 3 that I get to mentor in October to $20,000 a month before Christmas, I am qualified to help you do this. I have made, like I said, I made $42,000 in 1 month in this company, and that was my...
Wow, the income claims. Wait, I thought you weren't trying to recruit. I thought you were just telling your story. I thought you were just, setting the record straight. Oh, they always tell on themselves. We've seen that throughout her video, but this she's not even trying to hide it at this point.
8-month in high ticket. I think my 4th month in high ticket, I made $17,000, and that was like with 2 of my own sales. Okay, so you definitely can do it.
2 of your own sales, meaning you bought 2 of their products. Okay.
So comment info for that, and I will be shooting you a message and getting you a masterclass that's going to go over everything to see if this is a good fit for you. And I would love to work with you. I would love to work with you. I love you guys so much. And I'll see
I thought you were only working with, like, what did she say? High caliber women. Now I'd love to work with you, everybody that's watching.
you guys later.
Goodbye. Oh, thanks. I hate it. Okay. Yes, DC, let's talk about it. Yes, I would love to do that. I would love to do that. That would be amazing. If you guys are down, I'm down. DC, if you don't mind helping me, that would be amazing. Maybe we could react to it together. A DC Aaron B's collab. I think that would be so fun. Yeah, driven self-starters only. Yeah. Wow, what a ride that was. Yeah, that was Kendra Adams. She was terminated from LimeLife. This was a hot mess. If there was a masterclass, this would be it. But the masterclass was in manipulation, emotional manipulation specifically, victim blaming. No, I wouldn't say victim blaming actually. But anyways, it was a hot mess. It was a hot mess. If you guys are down for a DC Aaron B's collab, drop me a squirrel in the comments. And you can drop a squirrel after this post and I'm no longer live. You guys are amazing. Thank you so much for being here. If you're a member or would like to become one, click the join button. We're going to go right into the after party. It is already redirected. You'll go right to it as soon as I started on my end. And if you guys have anything that you want me to see, you can also scan the QR code at the top here and send it directly to my website. Thank you guys for being here. If you have not already liked and subscribed, if you would, that would be amazing. And don't fall for these schemes. Stay safe, stay skeptical, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye, everybody.